Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Doc again, and today I just wanted to do an impromptu video. Thought I'd talk about like some critical metals, and antimony has been in the talks lately. Although the price was up to like 60,000, and now it's down to like 40,000, I believe. But although the price may have declined, it has not declined in its criticality. So I thought we'll talk about some gold producers with some antimony byproduct. Historically, this byproduct was being penalized by the smelter, so it wasn't the best thing to have. But given the geopolitical changes we're seeing in the world and that antimony supply is constrained, it is important to look at it as a blessing rather than a curse. So we'll talk about some producers and some developers that have exposure to antimony along with their gold. The first one I would like to talk about is Perpetua Resources. Perpetua is located in the United States, tier one location, great management team. Billionaire John Paulson owns the mine. Great cornerstone investors like Agnico Eagle Mines, as well as JP Morgan and Chase. They have the blessing of the Department of Defense and the US government. So you have like really big stakeholders. And the mine is great. It seems like it is close to being fully valued. But again, one thing I've learned in investing is that just because something appears fully valued doesn't mean that it would not get a premium valuation. And this is a project that seems poised for a premium valuation as well as, has a strong backing. The second one I'd like to talk about is a developer in Australia called Southern Cross Gold. Again, another premium developer. The valuation appears pretty full, but if you look at the drill holes, they are going from strength to strength. Really high grade, close and truckable distance to Fosterville. Great CEO, great drill program. It is a good project, and they have an antimony byproduct as well, which Australia is forming a strategic reserve for antimony, and I think it might be one of the beneficiaries from that. Also, it's a good takeover target for Agnico Eagle from Fosterville because it is truckable distance to Fosterville. A third company that I really like is also an Australian company. Excellent company, Alkane Resources. Best thing they're doing right now is that they're actually positioning themselves and calling themselves not a gold producer, but a gold and antimony producer, which I think is very important. This rebranding can attract re-rating, especially when we're finding out in the world that critical metals are not just for the namesake, they are truly critical and they deserve a premium valuation. They did a merger with Mandalay Resources, and with that, they were able to acquire some assets that are allowing them to process some antimony. Along with that, they have a new porphyry discovery in the Macquarie Arc, the Boda Kaiser, I believe, and there's about $1 billion capex, which I think they can finance from the cash flow. So this is an excellent one to consider. I think it's undervalued in general, even if you were to consider this as a standalone gold processor or gold producer. So that's another one. And then let's talk about a couple of North American names as well. Not my favorites, but if you think about the jurisdiction, because jurisdiction is important, you want a Western-centric jurisdiction to actually have that criticality in your backyard. So we talked about the United States, we talked about Australia. We'll pivot back to the North American continent again. Liberty Gold is an excellent company, which has been viewed as sort of an optionality play for the last few cycles. But they do have like a project with a lot of antimony exposure. In fact, they're thinking of spinning that asset out as well. So the spinoff could create and unlock value for shareholders as well. So we'll see how that happens, but you can consider this not just an antimony possible developer, gold antimony developer, but also as a special situation where there is a propensity that value does get unlocked. And so far, like the special sits that I have participated in have really surprised me to the upside. So I do think this is one where you could see some upside if the spinoff is completed, especially or if they spend a lot of time and some money and G&A on educating people about the antimony exposure that they have. The last one, also in North America, is Endurance Gold Corp. I like the project. I don't like it quite as much as the other ones, but the location is good. It is a deposit that can go into production. It seems like it should be economic at this prices. We haven't seen an M&A taking out these projects yet, although they do appear to be prime M&A candidates. I think in the past, probably having antimony in the deposit might have been viewed as a negative. And I hope, like, some of the senior developers or even the upper mid tiers wake up to this and, are able to like understand the criticality and do some M&A where they could get some critical metals exposure. These otherwise as well are Endurance and Liberty and a Southern Cross. They seem to be pretty good takeover targets. So that's another special situation you could consider. The Liberty spinoff is especially very interesting to me as well. So we'll see how that goes. And I'll try to keep this video short. I just woke up in the morning, thought, I should shoot some stuff. And I'll see you again. Bye-bye.